If you feel like you're not improving at the LSAT, if you're feeling like you're stuck, your scores have plateaued, you're stagnating, the question is, how do you get back on the path to improvement? Today, I'm going to share with you a bit of my personal experience, what I learned from my LSAT journey, in the hopes that it can help you avoid making the same mistakes that I did. The first big mistake I made is that I was obsessively taking practice tests. I call this the obsessive practice exam narrative. The idea that taking test after test will lead to some magical result, when in reality, it just tells you what you already know, which is that you haven't yet learned the LSAT, but you can. So if you're feeling like you're stuck, your scores are plateauing, you're not seeing any breakthrough, of course, you can feel like you're getting a quick dopamine hit from seeing what your results are. You're happy or sad about your results. Then, of course, you're just on to the next test. But this risks burning through valuable practice material and actually failing to teach you anything at all. I got the biggest breakthroughs in my score when I slowed down, I stopped looking at explanations, and I started reasoning through the questions for myself. So explanations can oftentimes be a crutch in your prep. Once you learn that, that's going to be the breakthrough. That's going to be the key insight that lets you avoid making those same mistakes again. Another big mistake I made was using those random prep books I got from friends, hand-me-downs, like LSAT for Dummies or Kaplan, that were using fake LSAT questions. It turns out it's really hard to write fake LSAT questions, and they end up oftentimes being full of mistakes. It's hard enough studying for the LSAT as it is. It's even harder when the explanations themselves and the answer keys themselves are full of mistakes as well. So if you're using fake questions, if you're using random prep books, put them aside, give them to your worst enemy instead, and stick with using the real deal, the actual official LSAT prep tests. You can get a lot of them in Books of 10 on Amazon for about $20 each, but it's even better to use LSAC's Law Hub platform, which gives you over 70 practice tests in the actual official LSAT format, the exact same platform, the exact same types of questions you'll see on test day itself. Now, I did learn, of course, that using these practice tests are valuable, and there is value in doing a lot of them. The more of them you do, the more you'll see the same methods of reasoning, the same patterns showing up again and again and again. And I mentioned earlier how explanations can be a crutch when you're reading someone else's. It can be even better to write your own explanations. I personally learned a ton from writing over 1,000 explanations for real, actual, official LSAT logical reasoning questions. I walked through the stimulus, the question stem, and all 5 answer choices, both the right as well as all 4 wrong answers. And I saw, of course, there are patterns in the tricks and traps they're laying for you to get you to confidently choose the wrong answer. The rattlesnake folktale question in Prep Test 30 is a great example of this, where you can walk away from the question having confidently chosen the wrong answer as choice A, never even getting to the correct answer choice later in the set of 5 answer choices. So if you want to discover, again, which tricks and traps you personally are uniquely prone to falling for, I recommend using my Socratic review method framework. I have you walk through where your misunderstanding stemmed from. Was it in the stimulus? Was it in the question stem? Was it in the answer choices? Giving you a deep understanding of each element of the question so you can avoid making the same mistakes again. And of course, logical reasoning is increasing in importance as it's going to be 2 sections of the LSAT rather than only 1 later this year. So any gains you make in this section will be automatically doubled across the 2 sections. Logical reasoning is going to be the biggest bang for your buck in terms of where you're investing your time. And if you'd like my support in walking through that Socratic review method framework for yourself, helping you figure out which mistakes you're making, so of course you can avoid making them again and help you get more questions right instead of wrong, my team and I would be glad to support you on the path to scoring 170 or above on your official LSAT. There are a variety of ways we can support you, whether it's through our live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. You can check out the links below this video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. And if you found the video helpful, please do me a favor and share it with someone who needs to see it. I don't do any advertising for this channel. I rely only on word of mouth to help get the word out. And so your sharing these videos really does make a difference. And in the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.